So this is Chris Waddams here for Southpaw Jab, on the phone with the reigning British featherweight champion Ryan Walsh. So Ryan, how's it going?
Really well, thank you, Chris. Yeah, I'm a really good player, so around the board. Mentally, physically, really happy.
Okay, that's good to hear. So, last time out against Marco McCulloch, you won that British title outright. The first person to do it since Billy Joe Saunders back in 2014. What did that mean to you?
Yeah, I was really happy with that. I didn't think it got any sort of press or coverage in the sense of the achievement, but you know what? That is what it is. I'm not really that bothered. My main goal was to make sure I had a present to give to my brother which turned out to be for his birthday just gone in August. So it went really well, the press and the coverage over it, and you're probably the first person to acknowledge the fact that it took a fair few years for someone to be in the right place at the right time to do it. I mean, there's been some good champions of all the belts, but they've found easier routes not to defend it. And in my personal way, well, my old mate, the wedding planner, Josh Warrington, he found a way to back out, didn't he? Something I couldn't do. You know, I couldn't back out. Why? You know, why? Because it's going to be a hard fight. Why? Because the money's not good. Man, I fought Lee Selby for £18,000 for a Commonwealth and British title. I talked to Jamie Moore in the gym today. Josh Warrington turned down a fight with Lee Selby and on his home ground, his home turf, for probably 10 times that for a world title. I have no respect for the running man wedding planner.
Okay, well,
I don't know how I ended up with that.
You know, again, Ryan, as always, you answer my questions before I ask them. Like, my next one I was gonna start asking about the little Twitter beef you've got going with Josh Warrington and Isaac Lowe as well. But because you brought up Josh, let's start there. So, when you were mandated for the British title, he was the champion, wasn't he?
Yes, that's the fact, that's the truth, and like I keep hashtagging today, the truth is he vacated quicker than Buck can do the 100 metre dash. He was gone. Ryan Walsh was far too risky and far too much bad business.
Okay.
I don't like talking about myself in the third person, but that is the fact. I say it as a statement. The statement is, the second I was made is mandatory, he vacated quick, which gives me a lot of pride today as a city, because I own that British title. It's one thing being a British champion and winning a British title fight. Well done to all those, and I can't discredit that. I never would. It was my dream. It's been a dream. Probably since I was 17, it's a dream I knew I could certainly accomplish with the right amount of work, and I was always confident. Even from 17, I thought I could be a British champion. But to own it outright gave me a new spin on how hard and difficult it becomes to do it, because you need a bit of luck, a bit of timing. But I was very upset that I lost the European title to that drug cheating tramp Serland, but it turned out to be a silver lining in the fact that thanks to that I never moved on from the British title, did I went back to the British title, won it outright. I'm grateful. Thank you, Dennis, you drug cheating tramp. When I meet you, I'm definitely going to attack you. That's a fact, because he's a dirty cheat and I can't stand them people.
Okay, that's good. So with the Josh Warrington situation, so we knew you were his mandatory and he vacated. But what you put on Twitter today is that you were offered the Warrington fight and you signed to fight Warrington, but nothing happened. What happened there? Tell us about that.
Yeah. A month ago, my brothers and my team, so basically my brothers and my representative, went to a meeting to discuss me being the third choice. Obviously, there was talks of Selby, which brilliant, but come on, the wedding planner ain't fighting Selby, is he? And it turns out he didn't fight Joe Diaz because he's probably on a honeymoon. So I don't know his excuse for not fighting me. Is it probably the stag do? I don't know. It'll probably be wedding related, knowing him. He was the running man at the British title level. He seems to be the wedding planner at world level. So all that is a fact. I was told I'm his third choice. I said, no problem. Pay me fair. I'll go to Leeds. I'll expose him. No problem for me. The one thing I had my issue was when just before I fought my last British title fight, Frank Warren mentioned this fight, and it got my ass a little bit, because he said it's a big fight. It's just, well, why? I'm not interested in the WBC bauble. I'm interested in the WBC world title. That's different, but this international crap, it's going to get me a ranking. Well, it turns out I've got a ranking anyway. I think I'm ranked in the top 15 in the WBC anyway, so my job's done there anyway. I don't need the bauble for anything else. And it's turned out, I've found recently, he also turned down a final eliminator against Joe Diaz on the undercard of Triple G Canelo. I have no respect, zero respect for this man. How can I respect him? Like I said earlier in this interview, I thought he held me for pennies for 2 titles, British and Commonwealth. You know, it's quite clear I'm going to fight a world title. I'll go to America, I'll go to Timbuktu for a world title. I probably won't get paid very well. Ideally, business-wise, I'm trying to get paid well, but I would do this for a world title. It's my dream to be a world champion. So how can a man pass up 2 world title chances and opportunities in the same year and walk around and profess to be any sort of boxer or man? Because for me, he can't be. You know, this is my dream. This is what I work for. The British title is one of my ticks done. The European title is another tick done, although I don't have the actual belt to prove it. In my heart, I am the uncrowned European champion. I have no doubt about that. Anyone watch the fight, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm not going to lie to myself. I know I won the fight. It turns out it was a cheat, so I definitely won the fight. But I don't need the belt to clarify that for me, because I already know it. I already feel it. So there's only one thing left for me. I need to be a world champion. I need to fight for a world title. And if I was in Selby's shoes, well, obviously I'd have fought for 2 world titles by now. I certainly would have done. I'd have fought Selby, obviously. I fought Selby for a lot less money. In a way, what people don't realise is, well, we fight in London. And they think, oh, you have a home fight. No, I'm 3 hours away from home. From my actual house home, I'm 3.5 hours away from home. So all this home business is rubbish. This guy got a chance to fight on his doorstep for a world title and said, no, that's really poor. You can't come back from that for a wedding. I mean, he had the cheek to tweet me today, but that is probably the best excuse in the whole history of boxing that I'm not going to fight for a world title because I've planned a wedding. The reason now I'm calling him the wedding planner, because, come on, man, that is not good enough. It's poor. I'm sorry to run about him, but people need to know the truth. Anyone listening to this, anyone watching anyone who watches the question and answer that'll come up, people need to know the truth. The truth is, this is all I'm going to speak. I mean, I can't be the truth, because I'm pretty sure there's a fight right there who is the truth, but I'll certainly profess. All I will do in my career, and all I have done, is tell the truth. I've never turned down a reasonable fight for money, or I never would. You know, it's someone at 9 stone wants to fight me, and the money's right, i.e. the business. Ideally, at this point of where I am in my life, I'd love a title makes more sense to me. I need to achieve things for me personally. So at the end of all this, I can look back and go, look, well, I achieve things that will help me later on in my life. When I'm a trainer, I want to have the respect of the kids that I'm looking at. They know that I could do something. I was at a certain level. So these belts are important to me, but genuine belts. I've never been interested in a bauble. You've never seen me fight for a bauble. I'm not interested in it. I understand that, they give you a ranking. Well, good for you, but it doesn't do nothing for me. I will never ever walk around with a bauble and try and profess it to be a world title, because it's not. There's real belts. I own one. I'm lucky enough in my career. I worked hard enough, and I own the British title. I think it's the most beautiful belt in boxing, and I'm very grateful for that. So you can't buy that neither. That's not for sale. The history and memories that we have for that, and it's not even mine anyway. It's my brother's. I give it to Michael. That's the best boxing. That's the best thing I've got out of boxing. The opportunity to give my brother something that between 3 of us, it's the minimum we should have. Liam should have one. With a bit of luck, Liam clearly should own a British title outright. Clearly, it was certainly good enough, but he obviously went for the world title when the opportunity came up. That's the only reason I can see me vacate. If a bigger belt comes up, that's the only reason I could vacate. That's the only way in my mind, because that British title is my British. Why the hell would I want to vacate something that's bringing me much? But feeds my family, that British title. So keep running on it, because it annoys me, and anyone listening to the interview will probably be pissed off themselves. Sorry, Matt. If you ask any more questions, I'll try and keep them to about, 1 minute.
No, don't you dare start cutting down your answers, Ryan. It's brilliant. It's gold. So you were saying about you won't vacate the British title unless there's a bigger, more prestigious title on the line. So if nothing comes up, your next fight will be against Isaac Lowe, your other Twitter sparring partner.
Yes, and I'd like him to. He's formerly Isaac Lowe. It's actually Shadrach Slaw now for his appearance and quite obvious intelligence. He is Shadrach Slaw. Simple as that. He's at a pub now, I think, as we speak. He's been tweeting me a few pictures of him drinking. It's not a good look. It's not a professional look, but he's around, do what you want. Obviously, I wouldn't do that. I don't drink, smoke, and do drugs, so I can't relate to him. And Shredlex Raw has not got my respect at all. He's been a big mouth idiot for quite a few months, since just before Salem, when I read an interview he actually knocked me out. I hope when we meet he tries that. I'm definitely I'm not taking that lightly. People can say whatever they want, but fighters are meant to have a bit of respect.
Okay, so Isaac's been he tweeted out in your little Twitter feed, like your conversation on there, that he wasn't fighting. That is that just him saying that the deal hasn't been done, or do you think that's him saying he's not going to fight you because there's something else in the line?
I hope you don't mind me using this, but the truth is, I haven't got a clue what's going on. The meeting that took place about my career was solely on being one man's third choice, which is, in my opinion, disgusting, because I should be no one's third choice. Let's move me on. I should be the European champion, so I am the uncrowned European champion. Let's go and crown me. We've got a Spanish lad who just won it. For some reason, EBU's made an immediate rematch, which is you've got a 40-year-old Spanish lad against this 10-fight novice Spanish lad. And for some reason, the EBU have gone, no, we'll make that an immediate rematch. Why? I can't understand it. I'd like to hold that belt. I think I'd be a good champion for the EBU, and I certainly wouldn't vacate it at the first sign of anyone with a pulse wanting to fight it when I did win it. So I don't understand boxing at the minute. I'm very confused and can't work it out. Maybe I don't. I think I understand that. Maybe I don't sell enough tickets to get the free ride some of these fights seem to be getting.
Okay, but so I've got a question for you, Ryan. You've got two guys you want to fight, in Isaac Lowe and Josh Warrington.
Yeah.
Isaac Lowe would be a defence of your British title, but Josh Warrington will be that big fight that you've wanted for a good few years. They're both on the table. What one do you take, Josh Warrington or Isaac Lowe?
Josh Warrington. I only stopped there because maybe I was thinking about the answer. Josh Warrington once tweeted, I'm begging for a fight. I've never forgiven him. He's going to be begging for me to stop if I ever get hold of him. Isaac Lowe, he's a young, pretty simple young man who I understand what he wants. He wants to what British top fighters find, and he's earned it. He's become the mandatory, and ideally I'd like to fight them both consecutively, but I think that's not realistic, is it? Ideally I'd fight them both on the 21st of October in Leeds. I'd fight Isaac in the first fight, and then obviously give me a couple of hours rest, and I'll go and fight Matey by
Warrington.
Go and fight Warrington. Honestly believe, and people can say what they want, we can laugh. The truth is, these two guys on the same night, given the right amount of recovery time and rest, don't hold any sort of fear. I don't hold any fear towards either of them. I don't think they're the biggest punchers. I don't think they're the smartest fighters. I think Warrington's quite fit, and Slaw he's half decent, but very, very basics. You know, he's going to come, he's going to hit and run. Both of them are going to hit and run. They're both similar style. So as long as I've got 24 rounds of running and chasing him, I'm pretty sure I'll be all right, because it's quite clear for the world to see. You don't have to run box rec, and Josh Warrington's got as much power as an ant fart, I should think. He couldn't bust a cobweb, so I'm not going to be feared of that, am I? Law said he's going to knock me out. I've never even been knocked down, so I'd really like to punch him in the mouth for that. That's what I love about boxing. They can say all these things, and hopefully one day you'll be in a ring and you get to punch them in the mouth for these stupid things. And all the Twitter fans that followers that they've got who are proper sickos, who don't know nothing about boxing. The term is, some people don't know shit about boxing. Well, I think all his followers, nearly all of them that have tweeted me, don't know shit about boxing. They don't seem to like the truth, and I'm only talking the truth. I've got nothing else to say. I don't want to lie. I don't want to blow myself up. I'm not trying to promote myself. I'm just telling the truth. The truth is, whenever I get mentioned, he vacates. Law's now the mandatory. If all's right, he'll get the fight one. I'm not going to dodge anyone. I'm not going to vacate my title for anyone. It's going to take very good circumstances and bigger titles. But I don't want to vacate. This is the other thing. No one can force me to vacate, so why should I? It's my bread. It's what I told my brother months ago. I said, I've been thinking about it. I ain't vacating my belt. Why should I? For Isaac Law, for the next young lads coming up, it seems the right thing to do because of the progression, but from the way I'm being promoted, I can't see any progression, so I'm happy. Let's go for, I like history, so let's look into who's the longest reigning featherweight champion ever. Who's won to, my next goal has to be trying to win another British title, which is well possible. I need, obviously, a 3 more defence. I've got my mandatory straight up with law. I started thinking these things today in the car. Imagine that. I could own 2 British titles. Well, why not? You see, people say, but your career's there. Well, I can't beg a fight off the world. All the world champions, I'm with Frank Warren. If you want, I'm ranked, and you've got a voluntary, and you want a cheap fight, I'm there. I'm your man. I'm not going to be expensive. I'm going to come. I'm going to give you my best. If you're underprepared, I'm definitely going to beat you. But my point there to any of them champions, all 4 of them, is I am willing to fight. Our goals will fight. Let's hopefully get the business right. But the point here, I want to fight for a world title. I want to know how good I am. I'm back to where I was 2 years ago when Selby beat me. And the difference between when Selby beat me 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, I hadn't had 1 12 round. I've now on my fifth. I've had 5 consecutive title fights, I think. I think that's right. Samir, European, and 3 British titles. So yeah, I've had 5 consecutive 12 rounders. My training reels are well off. The experience excuse, or it's not an excuse, it's a fact. The experience doesn't stand anymore. I'm more than happy and ready to fight the 9-stone kings if given the opportunity. I'm ranked in 2 of the. I'm ranked in the WBO. I'd fight Browders in a shot. I'm ranked in the WBC. And I'd fight that Paul Yank, who's very, very good. Obviously, the bookies won't give me a chance. He'd kill me, whatever. But what have I got to lose in a situation like that? Fly me over tomorrow. Let's go, because I've got absolutely 0 to lose and everything to gain. He's very good, by the way. I think him or Selby is probably the best featherweight out there. He's very fast. It's annoying that I forgot his name. Junior, what's his name?
Gary Russell Jr., isn't it?
Gary Russell Jr. Yeah. Very, 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 very good. Very fast. He's a southpaw. No one wants to be mangling with southpaws, but I would. Who could I say no? Gary Russell Jr.'s team went, we want an easy defence. Ryan Walsh, come on. Ryan Walsh should be there, and he wouldn't be an easy defence, obviously, but I would be certain his shot if Valdez turned up. I'm only talking about them 2 titles because thanks to that tramp jug cheat Selling, he's put my rankings in the IBF and the other business. Now, I'd never call it Lee Selby. Lee Selby knows I fight him. I know he'd fight me. I bring nothing to the table for Lee Selby. Maybe that'll be Warrington's excuse. I bring nothing to the table for him other than the last real, genuine British title fight he can have before he genuinely goes on to world level, because I don't think he's even touched world level personally. I think Kiko was unlucky, but he was a super bantam. He hasn't touched world level as a featherweight. And who am I to say I'm world? I'm not trying to say that. What I'm trying to say is I have boxed with Selby, and I've proved that I certainly can hold my own. He definitely beat me that night. I'm not trying to say anything about it, but I'm certainly not going to be a walk-off. And for Warrington, I'm a nightmare runner. He's there counting and making excuses and wedding planning for a reason when it comes to me.
Okay. So, basically, what you've said there is it's not about money. You want the prestige to be able to say you at least fought for a world title and you tested yourself at the top table.
Damn right, I want to be a world champion, and the only way to do that is to actually get in the ring with a world champion. My shot, which I'm trying to do, which is very difficult when you've been a little bit unlucky. Because once I would have won the European title, which that then puts you, that gives you a ranking across the board, and makes my job a bit easier. I don't have to beg or I don't have to talk. I'm there, so someone just got to get a bit lucky with the opportunity, and I don't know many more times I can stress it to anyone. The truth is, I will fight any 9-stoner world champion. I'd fight the European champion. That's all I'd like. I'd like to fight for a title that progresses me towards the Holy Grail, towards the thing that we all get into boxing for. All the real fighters who have ever achieved or wanted to achieve anything, I want to be a world champion. That's all we want to do. You know, genuine fighters. And how you go about that and manage that is down to each different fighter. But I'm not going to. I've lost, so what? I've got no fear of losing my all. That's gone. That went way back. I've been robbed. I've done this. So I've got a lot of things in the boxing world that I have no fears of anymore. It's happened. I'm prepared for these things. So I just think, with a little bit of luck, who knows? Ideally, the EBU would have done the right thing and give me my shot at the European title, whether it had been against this new Spanish kid, whether it had been against Law, it wouldn't have bothered me. But that's a step forward, isn't it? If I have to maintain myself a British title, I will. I have to be stubborn and say, you know what? it's not ideal, I agree. For my career prospects and moving forward, it's not ideal as it's to linger around at the British title level. Some good young fighters coming up, and I should be moving on. But if it's not possible to do it, and that is where the business is going to work, well then, I can see any problem with getting Isaac Love into Norwich, putting on a Box Nation BT bill, and doing my business. I love this business, and I'll happily do my business.
Okay, that's fair enough.
That's got to be a possibility. And we all know Warrington wouldn't ever come anywhere near Norwich, so the only reason they talk about Leeds is because he ain't coming out of Leeds. And fair enough, he sells tickets, the business is in Leeds. But the chances of getting me in that stadium as a fighter, the only chance of getting me in that stadium is maybe as a guest to build a fight, but they would never get me in that stadium as a fighter, would they? Because they're not interested. The team just aren't interested. That's the truth is, I'm far too big of a risk for what the reward of, if he could do his job and 8 point me, because come on, he ain't knocking no one out, is he? Come on. So his job is to come and 8 point me and whatever. That ain't really going to do it's not going to really put his stock up, is it? He has to knock me out, doesn't he? If he wants his stock to rise, knock me out, well, that's impossible. He just couldn't knock, pardon the bad language, but he couldn't knock a wank out. I got that off a trainer in a corner. It did make me laugh. He actually couldn't knock a wank out, and he shouted that to one of the fighters. I'm trying to think of the trainer. He runs head of security. He's a black lad who runs head of security. What's his name?
Oh, I'm not too sure.
The UK. Come on, UK. He was in a ring with. He was in a corner with me, and it's the first time I heard that. Someone shouted, "Knock him out," and he shouted back, "He couldn't knock a wank out." Oh, it made me giggle. It was brilliant.
Oh, that's good.
But I invented the cobweb one. Josh Warrington couldn't bust a cobweb. He hasn't got the power to bust a cobweb, and I think that's quite funny. You think about it, a cobweb, you could blow that open, but no, not him.
Okay, that's fair enough. So,
I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying talking. It feels much better when I get it out, and hopefully people will listen to it and realise that I'm just telling the truth. I'm not trying to big myself up. I'm not trying to belittle these people. I'm just telling the truth.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's all you can do, Ryan. You're in a position where you're almost in limbo, aren't you? That you are British champion.
Yeah, at the minute, mate, I am. But with a positive mind, a healthy mind, and a happy mind, I can happily be in limbo where I am and what I'm doing, because I love boxing. I love training, keeping fit all year round. What a bonus, eh? People have different jobs that they don't love, and I can only feel sorry for them people, because for me, I get to go to do my work. The only time I work hard is physically what it takes out. A couple of times you feel like you've been hit by a bus, because you're working that hard and your muscles can't recover in time. But apart from that, apart from them little things which are only probably physical, mentally, what a job, what a life. If you can get it right and you can find a good balance, this is the best life. And then some things are hard, and it making weight is it's rotten. That's the one thing I probably hate about boxing, making weight, man. Sitting in the sauna, it's just stupid. But in modern day boxing, we have to do that. That's a sacrifice, a pretty unhealthy sacrifice, and just not nice. But other than that, the sport and the business is a bit smelly and a bit. I don't know. I can't get on with the business. It's not honest enough for me, you see. Whereas boxing, at its core, when it's done properly and you've got no cheats, it's the greatest idea probably man's ever come up with. We're going to get 2 men. We're going to give them 8 weeks. They're going to go off and train, and they're going to come back like gladiators, and they're going to perform for people. They're going to entertain them. They're going to try and render the other man either unconscious or in a position where he can't win anymore. But they're going to do it all by the book. Marcus of Queensbury, not cheating. What a great idea. What a great concept. And nowhere else in life does them things happen. And unfortunately in boxing, in Sale's case and other people, high-profile people aren't trying to bend the Marcus of Queensbury rule. They're using steroids. They're being scum. And if I touch onto this, we'll be here all night, but you just got a life ban on them scumbags, and I think criminal charges should be brought. I'm not a grasser or anything, and I don't believe in telling tales, but you're going to do something illegal in a legal situation, which could end up killing someone, because you can legally kill someone in boxing. You're never going to get charged for that, but if you took something illegal to do it, and then you kill them, we all know the result. The Restor case where he had padded gloves. Well, a padded human body is far worse than padded gloves. Padded gloves will leave you with bruises and marks and possibly kill you, but a body that's filled with chemicals so you don't get tired. And in Thompson's case, I hate him because he's another one. I liked him. I liked his interviews, but when it turned out he's a big, fat Roy cheat, it really upset me because I just thought, you scumbag, you had me for a second. Peterson, another one. I thought, I like your story, and then he beats Khan and he's been putting pellets up his arms and so on. I don't know. The list is endless of these scumbags, and I don't really want to start it because it's very negative, and it's probably the biggest negative in all of sports, but it's creeping into my wonderful concept sport. The beautiful idea of boxing is being tainted by real scumbags, and the people at the top aren't doing enough to life ban them and get rid of them. Because if you start life ban them, and the people who are doing these know the risk of it, they'll never box again, and that's a big enough risk to not do it. I'm not gonna say you're gonna catch them all. I don't know if you've watched Netflix, Chris, and anyone listening to this, I can only advise, watch on Netflix. It's a new documentary called Icarus. It's about the doping program in Russia. It's mind blowing, and it as a sportsman right now, it's upsetting because I just think, wow, they took it to another level. And anyone who watched that, have you seen that, Chris? Have you seen that recently?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't seen that. I'll have to watch it. It sounds good.
Do you have Netflix?
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah. So I will watch
put it on your list of must-watches because I've just watched the Olympics, hearing rumours the Russian buying medals. Well, they took it to another level. And I don't believe, watching that programme, I'd like to hear your opinion afterwards, I don't believe the American man, who's the main man in it, I don't believe he was shot by anything because I believe he's doing the same thing. I was told a fact recently in the London 2012 Olympics, 8 of the 9 American boxers all had asthma. And it turns out asthma, you're allowed to pump, which has got a steroid there. Yeah. So if they've all got the asthma and the steroids come up, hunky-dory, we've all got asthma. It's disgusting, really, and that's at amateur level, so...
Yeah, no, I mean, I have to say, I mean, normally when I do interviews, I keep my opinions to myself, and I let the boxer give his opinion. But when it comes to drug cheats in a combat sport, I think it's the lowest of the low, because it's not like you're taking a drug to run a second faster over 100 metres where you're not causing anyone any pain. You're taking a drug to inflict pain, which basically it's giving you an unfair advantage where you could seriously hurt someone. And I agree with you, and Tony Bellew is brilliant on this. He doesn't give any drug cheat any time of day in the boxing world.
No, I agree because it's criminal. It should be treated as what is attempted murder. The second you put chemicals into your body to enhance yourself so you're not human. Because my favourite bit about boxing is when we see them superhuman efforts from humans. Well, they show you that men have tolerances, and you know, I can only think of, let's go to Hearns Hagler, when you get Gatti Wards, when you get them fights that you go, wow, these Corrales Castillo, when you get them occasions, I'm very hopeful. I'm pretty sure in all them cases, none of them are drug cheats, that they've shown that you can do superhuman things by just being a human who works hard. That's got to be worth something. And if people have got, these cheats really, they only cheat themselves, and obviously they cheat the public. Like that Lance Armstrong, he made a lot of money to do what he done, but I just wondered, for me personally, how could you sleep at night? You're just living a whole lie. Everything you've done is not possible. Everything you've done is a fake and a fraud. I couldn't live like that. I wouldn't live like that. I couldn't be like that. That's not for me. And I do like Bellew and his views, and it's very good. And he's got it spot on, and hopefully me and him will have a job at the head of WADA, at the head of British boxing. Drugs. Sorry, this is my daughter interrupting our interview. My biggest fan. But hopefully we'll get a high position on these drug cheats and we can ban them for life. Because what we're doing now, keep doing your stand-up job, but it's not enough. And start life banning them, And it's not WADA's fault or WADA's, because it seems like they tell you what has happened, but then it's down to the bodies, the governing bodies, to dish out the fines and the punishments.
Yeah.
So boxing needs to get itself together. This chaotic madness, which has worked for very long, we need to get itself together and say, look, let's not be like the UFC. Let's not be like other contact sports where it's quite clearly right. Let's just start banning them, life banning them.
Yeah.
Like you said, people aren't trying to run faster than Empire. It's just being horrible. It's really hard work.
No, definitely.
For someone who's so straight, so honest and truthful in this bent, horrible system, I struggle with it every day, but the only way I can get through is just to stay positive in the fact that I think good always does bad, and there's balance to all this. So all them baddies, they'll be balanced. They'll find their own ways to lose themselves. Yeah. And I do believe in the balance.
Okay, well, we've gone right off subject there, but we went right off subject there, Ryan, but it was a good subject to cover. I think it's given us a nice bit of body to the interview. But unless there's anything you want to put in here now, I'm going to wrap this up because I can hear your kids in the background. They want Daddy's attention before bed. So
that's my biggest. No, sorry about that. I am very passionate about the drugs because obviously I don't do them, and I'm a clean athlete. I'm a clean person, so I don't do recreational or legal. But the only legal drug I know I'm doing is sugar, and I hate that. The fact that I'm addicted to that. It's outrageous. People don't realise that, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
Sugar's not good, and it can give you mood swings. And I watched a thing on Netflix. They're telling me that sugar's 4 times more addictive than cocaine.
Yeah, I mean it's in everything now as well, isn't it?
Really on my side, I can really believe it because every time I stop having sugar, I get headaches, I get moody, and they're the side effects of drugs. I've been told, and I can understand that being other people. So difficult, but thank you for your time, Chris. I'm sorry I've run on, and anyone who's listened to it probably got bored now. But yeah, I'm very passionate about the drugs. I'm very passionate about the truth. And that's all I'm going to speak. I ain't got time to do anything else. I won't waste my time trying to tell lies, or I keep stressing. I ain't trying to promote myself. I'm a very content person with who I am and what I'm doing. I'm doing it in a manner that I see that I can be proud of to my kids. Because when I look at them, I'm not cheating nobody. I'm not trying to be any big man. I have a bit of fun on Twitter, and people say that the wrong way. It's you. Unfollow me. Don't do whatever you want, but have a little bit of fun there. And some people make it really easy. The wedding planner and Shadrach Slaw made it really easy to have some real fun with them. Because everything I've said is the truth. He wants the wedding planner having a black type football title, and Shadrach Slaw looks like the guy from the Middle, and looks like the intelligence of a goldfish. So it's just what it is.
Okay, Ryan. Well, thank you very much for your time. Hopefully you've got a fight date soon, and we can have another chat then. But until then,
Brilliant.
Keep safe, take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks very much, Christian. Thank you for your time. I enjoyed talking to you. Now, I hope I haven't chewed your ear off too much.
No, it's all...
I enjoyed it probably more in person when I can see you and I get the vibe if I'm just killing it. On the phone, I can't see if I've just bored you. If you fell asleep during that, I apologise.
No, Ryan, I never fall asleep when we talk because you always talk sense and I enjoy it. So,
brilliant. Thank you, Chris.
All right, mate. You take care and we'll talk soon.
Take